Hello friends, myself Subhash Nagarse from Sri Digambar Jain Gurukul High School, Solapur. I shall welcome to all of you in this 9th Standard Science and Technology Part 1st, and the topic is Laws of Motion Part 8. Here in this session we are going to discuss on the problems based on the various content of this topic. Friends, till now in the laws of motion from part 1st to part 7 we have been discussed the following points. Those are motion, distance and displacement, acceleration, Newton's laws of motion and related equations. Friends, today we will discuss some problems based on the above content of this topic. Before going to discuss the various problems, let us revise the important formula and equation in this topic. The first is speed is equal to distance upon time. Second equation formula is velocity is equal to displacement upon time. Average speed is total distance covered upon total time taken. Average velocity is total displacement upon total time. A is equal to V minus U upon T. Next, V is equal to U plus AT. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. And V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. These 6, 7 and 8. These three equations are the equation of motions. Then momentum P is equal to m into v, mass into velocity, and the force F is equal to mass into acceleration, and law of conservation of momentum m1 v1 plus m2 v2 is equal to m1 u1 plus m2 u2. These are the different formulas that we are going to use while solving the problems. Let us start with the problems of it in this topic. So number 1, an object moves 18 meter in the first 3 seconds, 22 meter in the next 3 seconds, and 14 meter in the last 3 seconds. What is the average speed? We know we have to find here the average speed. We know the formula average speed is equal to total distance traveled upon total time taken. So average speed is equal to 18 plus 22 plus 14. This is the total distance covered. So total time taken is 3 plus 3 plus 3. So total it will be 54 upon 9. So that will average speed is equal to 6. Therefore, the average speed of the object is 6 meter per second. We consider the next problem number 2. An object of mass 16 kg is moving with an acceleration of 3 meter per second square. Calculate the applied force if the same force is applied on an object of mass 24 kilogram. How much will be the acceleration? Here, friends, we have to calculate the two quantities. For the first case, here m1 is 16 kg, acceleration a1 is equal to 3 meter per second square. Then we have to find out force. So we'll do first that one. We know that F is equal to m1 a1, which is equal to f1 is 16 and a1 is 3, that is 16 3 are 48 Newton. So F is equal to 48 Newton, that is therefore the applied force is 48 Newton. In second case, if the force is same force 48 Newton, m2 is 24 kg, then we have to find out a2. We have the formula F is equal to m2 into a2. Therefore 48 is equal to m2 is 24 into a2. Therefore a2 is equal to 48 upon 24. 24 goes to the left hand side, it will be divided. Therefore after simplification you are getting a2 is equal to 2 meter per second square. That is, the acceleration will be 2 meter per second square. We see the third problem. A bullet having a mass of 10 gram and moving with a speed of 1.5 meter per second penetrates a thick wooden plank of mass 90 gram. The plank was initially at rest. The bullet gets embedded in the plank and both move together. Determine their velocity. Friends, here mass of the bullet m1 is equal to 10 gram. Initial speed of the bullet e1 is equal to 1.5 meter per second. Mass of the plank m2 is equal to 90 gram and initial speed of the plank is equal to 0 meter per second square. We know from the law of conservation of momentum m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Because the bullet gets embedded in the plank and both move with the same speed, therefore v1 is equal to v2 is equal to v. Therefore, hence the equation will now become m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2 can be rewritten as m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to v is common, that is v into bracket m1 plus m2. Therefore 10 into 1.5 plus 90 into 0 is equal to 10 plus 90 into v. Friends, here 10 into 1.5 is 15 and 90 into 0 is 0 is equal to 100 v. Therefore 15 is equal to 100 v. Therefore v is equal to 100 upon 15. That gives you v is equal to 0.15 meter per second. Therefore the velocity is 0.15 meter per second. Now I'll see the next problem, number 4. A person swims 100 meter in the first 40 seconds, 80 meter in the next 40 seconds, and 45 meter in the last 20 seconds. What is the average speed? Again we have to use the same as previous one. Here we have to find the average speed. We know average speed is equal to average distance upon average time. So distances are 100 plus 80 plus 45 divided by time is 40 plus 40 plus 20. So the addition of the numerator is 225 and the denominator is 100. Therefore average speed will be 2.25 meter per second. So the average speed of that object is now 2.25 meter per second. Now we'll continue with the next problem. See, an athlete is running on a circular track. He runs a distance of 400 meter in the 25 seconds before returning to his original position. What is average speed and velocity? Friends, we know average speed is equal to total distance traveled upon total time traveled. So total distance equal is 400 meter and time is 25. So after simplification, this one you are getting 16 meter per second. So average speed of the athlete is 16 meter per second. Second, average velocity we have to calculate. So total velocity, he is coming to the original position, means no displacement, that is 0, and total time taken is 25 seconds only. 0 upon 25, 0 meter per second. So average velocity of that athlete is 0 meter per second. Next problem, an aeroplane taxis on the journey for 30 seconds with an acceleration of 3.2 meter per second square before taking off. How much distance would it cover in the runway? So friends, here a is 3.2 meter per second square, t is 30 seconds, and u is equal to 0 meter per second, and s we have to calculate. We know the formula s is equal to ut plus half at square according to the Newton's second law of motion. Therefore s is equal to, substitute the values, 0 into 30, 0 is use value, t is 30 plus half into 3.2 into t is 30, that square. So s is equal to 0 into 30 0 plus 3.2 upon 2 is 1.6 into 30 square is 900. Therefore s is equal to 1440 meter. The product of 1.6 into 900. Therefore the distance covered on the runway is 1440 meter, or you can say 1.44 kilometer. Now the next problem. A kangaroo can jump 2.5 meter vertically. What must be the initial velocity of the kangaroo? See now, here the given thing a is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. It is the acceleration due to gravity z is equal to a. S is equal to 2.5 meter, v is equal to 0 meter per second, and e we have to calculate. We know that according to the Newton's third law of motion, v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Now substitute the values. V 0 square is equal to u square, we have to calculate, plus 2 into a is minus 9.8. Since the kangaroo is jumping against the gravitational acceleration, you have to take here minus into 2.5. Here negative sign is used to the acceleration in the direction opposite to the velocity. Therefore 0 is equal to u square plus 2 into minus 9.8 into 25. Therefore 0 is equal to u square minus the product of this 2 into 9.8 into 2.5, that is minus 49. The plus minus minus, therefore you can write u square is equal to 49. Taking square root on both sides, you are getting u is equal to 7 meter per second. So the initial velocity of the kangaroo is 7 meter per second. Friends, what we have been discussed today is, today we have discussed on the problems based on the following subtopics, and those subtopics were distance and displacement, speed, velocity and acceleration, equation of motion, momentum and force, and laws of conservation of momentum. Friends, you may try these problems. This is the homework for you. A motorboat starts from rest and moves with a uniform acceleration. If it attains the velocity of 15 meter per second in 5 seconds, calculate the acceleration and the distance traveled in that time. The mass of a cannon is 500 kg and it recoils with a speed up to 0.25 meter per second. What is the momentum of the cannon? Third, two balls have masses of 50 gram and 100 gram and they are moving along the same line in the same direction with velocities of 3 meter per second and 1.5 meter per second respectively. They collide with each other and after the collision, the first ball moves with a velocity of 2.5 meter per second. Calculate the velocity of the other ball after collision. These are easy. You may try in your notebook. Friends, you should not forget the famous words by this Charles Darwin. A man who dares to waste 1 hour of time has not discovered the value of life. Very nice wording. So if you like this video, please subscribe and share. With these words, I would like to say thank you.